So last time the Silver Cowls got started on their score and headed out to the Mustang to go and get past the Horde to get to the Silver Nails, who were trapped inside. And they talked to Suresh, who was delighted to see Wick, but also very, very badly injured. And they had a run-in with a member of the Silver Nails who turned out to be possessed by Qatar. And they had the heart. So the group of you were talking about splitting up with like the decoy hearts.
Yeah, so it sounds like Mirena's taking the real heart.
I mean, if I have to do that, I would gladly do that for the group.
I don't know that that's the best idea, considering that the last person to be possessed by it could just sniff out the rest of the body on you, purely based on your previous encounter with it. I think that they should go to very separate places.
I don't think Milos knows about the body. Out of character, I'll point out that the body is no longer at the Centralia Club, so...
We steal the body from them, and then we give them the heart. It's all fair tradesies.
Oh. No, I'm not going to say not. Mirena is just an adult here. I am the fastest of us. I am the stealthiest of us. I am the only one who knows how to really get around in a city like this. This is what I am trained to do. Like, my years of sneaking around a palace were not for nothing. While I think Gabe could handle his own if someone caught up to him, I don't think that he's stealthy enough.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be me because I was already right next to the body of the mummy, so, don't want that.
What about Ellery?
I think Ellery's too important to risk. I think we need to keep Ellery safe.
Oh, Your Royal Highness, you seem to imply that you aren't too important to risk in this incredibly dangerous endeavor. I would hate to think that you've lost any of your copious self-confidence.
We could all have the confidence of being the fastest in the city by any transportation means necessary, Ellery says dryly.
I don't want us to fight. I did bring a knife. We could just cut up the heart into smaller pieces and each take a little bit. You don't gotta worry about having the whole thing. I kind of want the aorta, though.
I personally kind of want to destroy the heart. Just to put it out there.
Okay, I think Ellery is... You're right, Ellery's probably the best choice. The goobers, the gondolas, that's going to be our best bet to get it away quickly.
I was just going to ask, where are we taking it?
I mean, I think the goal is going to be to get it to the Centralia Club.
We were hired to deliver it to them.
And that's all we have to do is just get it there.
True, if the Horde becomes their problem next, then they could always hire us to take care of those as well.
They knew it was dangerous when they hired us to do this job. Okay, out of character conversation, because I don't want to do the, monopolizing the story. If, hypothetically, one was to roll a finesse roll right now and try to swap the heart and one of the fake bundles and take it elsewhere, is that something you all are interested in? I'm happy to relinquish that story. I will not be offended if someone's like, I think we should keep it with the main goal. But I wanted to check in because my role has been a lot of chaos lately, and I don't want to just be chaos without consent.
Out of character also, I'm into it. I'm kind of still on board with, should we keep this dangerous heart around situation? And I feel like between the bunch of us, we have enough tinkering skill to make a fake prop heart and carry the real one away.
I think Gabe's plan at the moment is to take Qatar's current sleepy, paralyzed body away from our good friends, the Silver Nails. I was like, spoons, knives, forks. I was like, why did I make nails? Yeah, so like in an effort to keep our promise to Suresh, I think Gabe is gonna try and like perhaps like this is the controller of the horde, and Qatar is like trying to use the horde to like get the other pieces because he thinks that the silver nails have the rest of them as well. So that's Gabe's plan. So I don't think that interferes with Mirena's thing at all.
Full transparency, Mirena's going to take the heart and hide it somewhere in, what is her name? Fuck it. Yatricia. I'm going to hide it somewhere in Yatricia's house, so the horde / Qatar is going to go kill Yatricia. Like...
I would say out of character, I think it is hilarious that you want to do this. I am purely curious to know, out of character, if you mess up this finesse roll real bad right now and we catch you in the act of this, if anyone is going to want to do things about it. I don't know that Wick particularly cares beyond making the argument that Ellery should have been the one to take it. But if anyone else feels like that would be a fighting moment in the party, then that might be worth acknowledging too.
I think Ellery totally secretly is also trying to take the heart and then switch it out as a fake.
All right. Sounds like you two need to duke it out for finesse rolls.
If any of this goes poorly, Gabe will cut the heart. You can both have it. It's okay.
Elliot, thoughts?
I love all of this.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I guess who was last like holding it?
I was.
Mirena.
Okay.
I also made all the bundles, so...
Yeah, so I don't think you in particular need to do a finesse if you're already holding it. But I guess, if you're handing it off to Ellery.
Yeah, I'm trying to finesse it off to Ellery and be like, here you go, look at how generous I'm being. Just, like, so smooth. I am definitely going to push myself for this role.
Cool. Yeah, I think, like, order of operations, like, before, like, diving back into character is we see how this role goes. If this is something that then Ellery wants to like counter, we can go with that. And then like maybe like pause and check in and be like, cool, are we cool with like how this is going? Just depending on like who ends up having this heart.
Great.
Okay. So you were trying to slip Ellery a fake?
Yeah, so I'm going to be like, Ellery should have it, and then I'm going to hand Ellery the heart. And by I'm going to hand Ellery the heart, I mean I'm going to sleight of hand and use a finesse roll to not actually hand Ellery the heart, but hand Ellery a fake heart, but make it seem like I gave her the real heart.
Okay, I think considering that everyone's attention has been on this heart and like trying to figure out what to do with it, I think this is desperate.
Okay.
But the effect is standard.
All right, I'm going to push myself, get a bonus die there. I'm looking to see if I have any items that I can use. What do I have here? No, I don't think so. I really, really wish there could be.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be assisting you with this.
I don't think they are either. I have subterfuge supplies. I'm going to say that I have weighted down the... like the different bundles, so they all weigh about the same. So at least like if she grabs it, it'll be like around the same weight there.
I like that.
All right, I'm gonna roll. That's with 2 bonus die. Let's see how this goes. Oh no, that's a 5. That's my best for a desperate.
Okay, you do it, but there's a consequence. Fear harm, serious complication, or you have reduced effect. So I think what happens is like you successfully make this swap. One person who is not Ellery notices. Who notices?
I think it has to be Gabe.
Honestly, I was so worried. I thought you were going to accidentally touch the heart and then become guitar. And I was like, oh, God. Out of character, of course. Gabe doesn't know better. All right. So
Gabe, our good-hearted boy, has to be the person who sees the switch there.
Oh, wait a second. Isn't that the...
Yep, well, the heart that I just...
You guys are so silly. I think he's gonna take the real one and he's gonna like whip out his I didn't get to use it this whole time, so I'll say he has a machete. I packed heavy, guys, okay? I'm gonna use some stuff. And he's just gonna, like, chop.
What? What are you doing?
Can I grab the heart?
What are you doing?
Like, hand in front of the blade, grab the heart? Like Bruno Mars style this?
I think why don't we see Gabe roll for this?
Is this gonna be a wreck roll?
So your goal is just like to cut it in half, just
Yeah, 1/2 for one person, 1/2 for the other. Very fair.
okay.
He's like Solomon.
Can I assist Gabe?
Rec does sound about there. Before the assist, I think this is gonna be desperate standard, and then you want to assist. How are you helping?
I think if the thing that he is going against, like the cause of his failure would be someone interrupting, I think that I would probably reach out to smack Mirena's hand away if she's the one reaching for it. I think that Wick, frankly, is more concerned that if this is an artifact with a lot of arcane pull, that maybe we're getting a little too obsessed with it. And so would rather just see it destroyed than anybody get possessed. So Wick is totally cool for Gabe to just destroy this thing right here and now.
Okay, so for assisting, you take 1 stress, and then that'll give Gabe a plus an extra bonus die. And then, Gabe, do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain to get another one?
Yeah, I'm here to make bad decisions, so I'll go ahead and take some stress as well.
Okay.
Here goes. Middling success as well.
Yeah, this is just all middling today. Whew, boy. So you do cut this in half, and Wick is able to stop Mirena, but there is just this like burst of light as this thing cuts in half, and you just get like blown back. And I'm gonna have you mark. I need to like pull up to see what the harm track is for reference. I'm gonna have you mark, I think, level 2 harm of like magical blowback.
Is that all of us or just Gabe?
Just Gabe.
Okay, cool.
Like, there's like, you're not like blinded, but like there is the kind of like that like after effect of like you just had this bright light shone like right in your eyes, and I feel like your hands are like kind of numb, and just like you are a bit slower, and like mentally like there was just this big burst of energy like going like at you, like even just like, in your brain.
Whoa! And
But it's cut in half.
It's pieces are in the air at this moment because I got thrown backwards by this light blast.
Yes, and also, did you want to try to resist the consequence at all?
I could, I guess, like have a flashback to say like I wore heavy armor, but I don't think. I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm good to just have the effect happen to me.
Okay. So yeah, Gabe just cut this heart in half.
What are you doing? What?
Well, if we have 2 hearts, that means we get paid twice.
We don't have 2 hearts. Milos like storms out of the room for a few seconds. It has to take a moment to cool down.
Listen, Milos, listen.
He comes back into the room.
I have binding oil. We can adhere it back together. And here's the important part to remember. The people at the Celestia, or whatever the name of the club is.
Centralia Club.
Centralia. The people at the Centralia don't know yet, presumably, that they don't have a body to pair the heart with. So if they can't get any arcane magical effect out of it, they'll think it's because, oh no, they've misplaced the body sometime in the past month or two. That sounds entirely like a them problem. They won't recognize that until we've been paid for the object that we delivered that now can't possess any of us on our way to delivery. Don't you think that that is a safer business plan all around?
Wow. I understood all of those words, but not in that order.
Milos kind of sighs and rubs his face and is like, fine. We can put it back together. Let's just get it out of here. In fact, I can't decide if it's better that we take the two pieces separately so that they're safer, or if we need to keep them together in case one of us decides to cut their own hands off while they're trying to take our payday to a safe house en route. Because that's just what we do now. We just cut things. We just use big knives to cut things in half. All right, fine. I'm fine.
While Milos is going on his rant there, I want to go to a window and look out. What happened to the horde when that happened?
They look very confused, I guess. They're kind of milling around, but a bit more spread out. It's slowly starting to disperse.
See? 2 problems solved. Maybe Gabe should cut more things for us.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
I like that idea very much. I'm gonna pull out a sledgehammer. It was for the door if they didn't have a key.
I was gonna grab Wick to the side.
I'm sorry.
If possible.
You're gonna... No, you're not. Mirena's gonna be right there. You were not pulling Wick to the side.
Sorry, I feel like I missed a conversation there.
Actually, you mostly just
we were
missed me.
antagonizing Milos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mostly just missed me being stressed.
But the horde has started to spread apart. They're not as focused on the building anymore. That's the only new information we got. But no, the reason I'm not letting you go with Wick is because I don't want you to tell Wick anything. And I'm like,
oh, I'm not. I wink at you before I grab them.
Does Mirena care more about this heart killing her cousin, or does she care more about Wick not killing her? I'm really not sure. No, I'm good. I'll let you go. Take her out. I'll take them off to the side.
Okay. I want to grab Wick to the side and be like, I think we should really just destroy this heart. And can we just make a fake one and give it to the Centralia Club people?
Oh, to be clear, I think that it is thoroughly destroyed. That's the only reason why I feel comfortable gluing it back together and offering it to the Centralia Club. Because, as we have just observed by the actions of the Horde, there's no magical energy left in that lump of desiccated flesh. So I think that we're quite all right.
Do you think? Is it actually, Dunzos? Or do you think the remains might still have certain effects?
I think that Wick would 100%, after Ellery posed that question, go, well, here, and just walk over to one half of the heart and pick it up with not the metal hand, but the person hand, and see what happens.
It's pretty gross, but
Yeah. I gesture the half of the heart to Ellery and go, look, not possessed, and kind of drop it back on the floor and dust my hands off. Touching a lot of nasty things today.
Okay, cool.
Do you want a replica just for your own personal souvenir? I'd be happy to do that for you.
No. Either you glue them back together, or do you think it's gonna be quicker to just make a replica? Or because when you glue them together, there might be some kind of mark,
I think I'm probably an expert at wielding the magical super glue at this point.
I want that super glue out of character.
Me too.
While they're having that conversation, what's happening with Soraya?
With Zamira?
Zamira, that's the name.
I mean, she had been paralyzed and then put into a deep sleep. So I think somebody had, like, laid her down on the bed, but, like, she's knocked out.
I wonder if she's gonna wake up to a massive hangover.
Probably. I wouldn't trust slumber essence.
I'm gonna look at Gabe and be like, on the off chance that, you know, this didn't remove the spirit of Qatar from Zamira. Zamira?
That's my note, right? Yeah, Zamira.
Zamira, thank you. On the off chance that this didn't remove the essence of Qatar from Zamira, I think we should get her not in this building. I still think we have the opportunity to follow up with the first part of the plan where we scatter. Though now no one actually has the heart. Because, you know, someone... And Mirena's just gonna, like, pull herself together and not say anything catty. Because despite all of her pettiness, she actually does really love Gabe. And she's like, because you did what you thought was best. And I think if you can get Zamira down into the sewers and try to find a new place to keep her, house her. I don't really know what we're doing with this unconscious body here. You're the only one strong enough to move with any swiftness while carrying a body. We will scatter, the four of us, to go, again, if the Horde is even remotely interested, try to get the Horde away. And we will reconvene, let's say tomorrow. Is everyone okay with reconvening tomorrow? Like, find a place to not be at the Moocow tonight in case, you know, the Horde or Qatar or the Spirit Wardens are following us?
Sure. I was going to suggest that I could go with Gabe and send Zamira to Nyrix and have her take care of her for a little bit.
My only worry about that is, again, if, you know, Qatar is still in there. I don't know if Qatar has magical energy. I don't know if, you know, we want your sister to get killed by an ancient god. I think we'd probably like to avoid that.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Okay, that works for me then. Okay,
so Ellery and Gabe going off together to Nyrix. Mirena, where are you going?
I'm gonna go to,
This isn't like an in-character thing, just like out of character.
I'm gonna go to Rosalind's.
Okay. Wick, where are you going?
I think that since we established at the beginning, or I guess a couple episodes now, that Wick lives in the Moocow, Wick is probably just going to take the opportunity to go on a little bit of a bender. Wick has also been very stressed this episode because of the Horde and everything, so is probably looking forward to going on a little bit of a bender.
And then where's Milos going?
I think unless the Horde seems to be following him, he is probably going to go to his little tiny apartment.
Is anybody like actually taking this like heart back to the Centralia Club?
Well, we have to glue it together first. So I was about to ask, are we transporting it in halves? Or are we gluing it together now? And then, because I can, if we're gluing it together like right now, I can take it to Centralia Club.
Wick just pulls a little bottle of glue out and goes, I can glue it together whenever. It's entirely up to you guys. Do we want to just get this taken care of? I know that Milos was very upset about not getting paid, so I can just glue it and he can go get our money. Do you want that, Milos?
I would like that, yes, I would like that.
Okay.
I'm slightly concerned for Milos if he's going to deliver the heart by himself. In case they discover that the heart has been tampered with.
I'll make sure that Milos isn't followed.
I appreciate that, Wick. And Mirena pointedly does not look at Gabe.
And before everyone splits up, is anybody like talking to Suresh at all?
Ellery looks at Mirena very meaningfully.
I think Milos will, like, as an afterthought, poke his head in the door, and he's just so flustered, but he would have the presence of mind to say, "Yes, we've got the heart. We're going to keep your young lady Zamira and make sure that she doesn't show any signs of further possession. And it's great. Everything's fine. Goodbye now."
You're just taking her? What?
Is that okay? You seemed uncomfortable with the possession thing, so we thought we'd keep an eye on her.
Yeah, okay, just remember we want more compensation. And is Wick not saying goodbye or anything?
Wick is standing in the hallway working on gluing the heart together and just calls over Milos' shoulder. "Don't worry about Zamira. I paralyzed her. She can't harm us. She'll be fine, though. It wears off."
Well, there you go then, Suresh.
I think this is where he looks like both kind of hurt, but also that Wick. Cool. Okay, I think let's go with Gabe and Ellery, and then we will go with Milos and Wick. And Mirena, you'd also said you were going to try to make sure they weren't followed. Okay, so Gabe was going to be carrying Zamira, and then Ellery, you wanted to take her to your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we see a bit of you all going through the sewers, and where does your sister live?
I think she lives in a tiny apartment on top of a fish market.
Oh, excellent. That probably smells disgusting. Yeah, so I think we see you at the door, and your sister Nirix opens the door. It's Ellery, it is so good to see you. And then looks behind you, and there is Gabe carrying an unconscious and very stiff Zamira.
Happy birthday!
So I need a favor, since you owe me 200 favors. So I'm asking for one back.
Uh-huh.
I understand that you have previously dealt with your clients who you have had to paralyze before.
Naturally.
So this lady was previously possessed by an ancient, what is that? Demon? God? Something.
Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just an old guy.
Okay. Yeah, so anyway, whatever she was obsessed by, she was. So in order to make sure that she does nobody any harm, we paralyzed her and put her to sleep. So I was wondering if you could keep an eye on her, make sure she's all right, feed her some breakfast. She's probably gonna get up all confused, and you're good with people.
Okay. Does she have a name?
Oh, that's Zamira.
Oh, okay. Cool. Is she is anybody after her or anything? Should I be concerned?
We don't think so. She might try to fight you in case there's some after effects from that whole haunting business, but you can handle yourself, can't you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is not what I was expecting tonight, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess bring her in.
Thank you so much. And I did bring you a bottle of whiskey because I know you like it. So here you go for your troubles.
Is it whiskey, or is it booze?
It's normal whiskey.
Okay.
I know you're not into the stuff that we do business with. So I actually bought this in a store.
Yeah, I should happily accept it. I don't want to be possessed by anything, even temporarily. But yeah, I can look after her.
Great. Just don't touch anything that you're not supposed to touch.
Okay.
That's cryptic. And I'm just gonna put her down on the couch.
She probably needs a shower.
We probably need a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ellery,
and
look.
also that's Gabe, by the way.
Hi, I'm Nyrix. Yeah, Ellery, it's always nice to see you. You know I love you, but you two, and I guess like her too, you all smell disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. We were in a sewer for a hot second there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some major cleaning on this doorstep.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I would ask to impose and use your shower, but I don't think you have any clothes that would fit me.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I do have a few articles of clothing that might fit.
All right,
But
then
also-
I'm gonna impose on you and ask if I could take a shower at your house. It's a very lovely apartment, by the way.
Oh man, I think like she looks like she wants to protest, but is like too nice to say no. But like she has like a variety of clothing in your size.
Excellent.
Do the two of you want anything else from that?
No, I'm gonna take off while Gabe is taking a shower.
For Nyrix. Okay, so Milos and Wick were heading to Centralia Club, and then Mirena was trying to make sure they aren't followed.
I think that Wick, as soon as they got the heart glued together, was like, okay, my job is done. And is just tagging along with Milos to make sure that if something goes sideways at Centralia, that there's someone to back Milos up. But Wick is very confident that nothing will go sideways because Wick did a good job gluing this nasty, nasty body part back together.
Does the horde do anything when we depart?
It's like really starting to disperse.
Then Milos is just walking with purpose, still very angry. And I think not saying much as they walk to Center Alley Club.
And then Mirena, you just following Vaughn behind him.
Can I trigger a flashback?
Yeah.
So remember how we talked about like backup plan being that's too chaotic, even for me. I was going to be like, I'm gonna blow up the streets and destroy the horde. My big thought with that was like, if no one is following them when they bring the heart in, like they might be suspicious about that at the Centralia Club. However, I don't think Mirena's in the place where she's that adept at the moment. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna skirt along behind, make sure that they're not being followed, linger in the shadows with the shadow cloak. Just very, like, stealthily.
Yeah. So yeah, the two of you with Mirena following behind, like, make it to the Centralia Club. They've got, like, a bit more, like, security, like, they had a bouncer out previously, but now they've got, like, a different, like, burlier bouncer, and there's also, like, a second one.
Milos will clear his throat and say, "Hello, yes, we would like to speak to Miss Elstera, I think.
Elstera, yeah.
Is Elstera, thank you. Elstera, is she, her?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that she may be here. Do you know if she's here?
She's in, and she is expecting you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, then, we'll show ourselves in.
And yeah, the Centralia Club is like, it's late, like late at night. Club is not like hopping. This isn't that kind of club, but like it is busy. And yeah, Elstera is in like one of the back rooms. Looks like kind of like she's counting. Like there's one, there's two. Where is the rest of them? Kind of look on her face. She's like, "Oh yeah, good to see you back. I trust you have good news."
We have good news and bad news, Milos says, immediately going into like smooth talker mode as he pulls up a chair.
Her arms like immediately cross.
He says the good news is that we do indeed is that the Silver Nails were able to retrieve the Heart of Kotar as requested. Wick, if you would.
With all the flair and drama of this being a very dangerous artifact, Wick makes sure that the little bundle is tied up very tightly and places it gently on the table and says, "You don't want to touch that with your bare hands." Sorry. I'm not going to do another take because that was funny, but that was just something caught in my throat.
Milos kind of nods and says, yes, and that warning leads us to the bad news. The Silver Nails had a real hell of a time getting their hands on this thing, and it actually possessed one of their members. Now, I'm sure that you and your associates, whoever they may be, have ways of dealing with such a thing, but the Silver Nails have also requested further compensation if they're going to be continuing to search for these artifacts.
So it's only the one?
This is only the heart, yes.
You possess one of the members? Do you know what? Did she just did she try touching it, or just like try to use it, or do you know how that happened?
I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but I think that she was trying to employ it somehow. When we found it, she was holding it.
She nods and like she's got like very like long sleeves, like the kinds that like really trail out, and she like kind of like bunches her arm back into her sleeve so she can use her sleeve as like kind of makeshift gloves and unties it to like look at this heart. And it's like, all right. Well, yes, I expect an update. I would like to hear more when they get the others. If I guess you can. Yes, I will give you some of your money. And so she goes out to get like the 8 coins, because she had said 8 coins per remain, and then goes to get like another small purse. And this is like, give these to the Silver Nails. I hope that they will continue to search. I would like to get all of these. I do thank you for this. It is good to see at least one of them so soon.
Milos kind of smiles and nods. As sweat trickles down the back of his neck, and says, "Of course, I'll convey your anonymous good wishes to the Silver Nails. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to get back in the saddle once they've received this extra coin." And he smiles.
I'm gonna do a fortune roll.
Mm-hmm.
See if she notices.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Circle of Flame is tier 3, so I'm going to give 3 die.
Is that good for us or bad?
What fortune were you rolling for?
For the audience, that was a 5, a 4, and a 6. So, like, as she's examining it, there's this moment where, like, Elstera kind of, like, yanks the sleeves back down and goes to, like, hold it in her bare hands. And, like, she, like, closes her eyes like she's concentrating, and then her eyes open, and she's just like, what happened?
What happened? Nothing happened. Well, what are you talking about?
What happened to the heart?
I have not the faintest idea. Wick, did you see anything happen to the heart?
Well, we told you someone attempted to use it and was possessed by the spirit of, we think, Qatar. If you think there is something malfunctioning about the heart, it may be that the spirit resides elsewhere. I don't know what to tell you. Arcane ability is not my strong suit.
Nor mine. That
nervous laughter was everything.
Can I step out from the shadows?
Yeah.
Where I have been hidden the whole time through that shadow cloak?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like, I believe that someone may have tampered with it. We had to do some maneuvering to get it out, and there was a few moments where it wasn't in our hands. But I heard tell that there is someone who has acquired a piece of Qatar and may have had interest in getting the heart as well. It's possible that in the maneuvering, this wasn't our heart, that someone replaced it with a decoy. I could not tell you, but I can tell you that... Why can I never remember my cousin's fucking name? Yatrisha. I can tell you that my cousin Yatrisha has the body of Qatar. I'd like to trigger a flashback.
Yes.
And we're going to go see me at Rosalind. And I'm going to be like, when I went to check in to make sure she was okay, I was like, so things are getting a little heavy over here. I need you to bring this body, or a servant of yours to bring this body, and get it into my cousin's house. Hide it somewhere where she won't look. And then I promise you my share of the coin from this task is yours.
Yeah, one of my servants can do that. I am not touching that thing. That is disgusting. But yeah, fine. We can try to snake it in through the servant's door.
Perfect. You know that I owe you my life, now and forever. And I'm just gonna, like, kiss her on the cheek and then leave to go back to the group.
Okay, I think this is gonna be 1 stress.
Great.
Cool. Body's atrocious.
Wick looks fucking astonished when you say that. I don't know if that helps sell the lie or the truth now, because Wick was like, but I was studying that.
I'm like, as you say that like it has the body of Qatar, like Alstera's eyes just flash. Like she looks pissed for like the briefest moment before she like composes herself. Is that so?
This is a rumor that I heard. I cannot confirm, but I do know that, according to a source, she was in and around the Mustang tonight. Not at the inn, but she was in the area. And with the horde out, I don't know if you heard about that, but the horde was there.
Oh, interesting.
My assumption is that she must have snuck it away while we were trying to distract the horde so we could escape safely.
I think I'm gonna have you roll for this because
Great.
I'm like, Trisha doesn't seem like that kind of person, so this does seem a bit iffy.
Cool.
Compiled with just how convincing Milos and Wick were.
Does that sound like a consort? Or I'm not really sure what that would be there.
Probably consort or sway.
I mean, they're the same for me either way, so I'll call it sway.
Okay. So I think this is risky standard. And do you want any bonus die?
Absolutely gonna 100% mark 2 stress to take a bonus die.
Okay.
And Milos will, despite being very stressed by this whole situation, Milos will also attempt to aid Mirena with a little like, oh yes, that would make sense. That might explain why that section of the horde seemed distracted by something off to the east of where we were.
Okay.
Finagling.
So you mark a stress, and then Mirena gets another bonus die.
I need this to be good. There we go.
That is a 6. Yeah. So Alstera looks down at this heart in her hands, and she's like, "All right, Trisha. I will send some people over. We can go take a look around her place. Thank you for the tip. Again, thank you for getting at least this fraud. This is upsetting. You can keep the 8 coin for now. I do appreciate the tip about the body, but I would still like the real one. And again, the head and the heart, and the head in the hand.
Of course. I know my cousin very well from when our girlhood days together. She always snuck important things in through the servants' quarters, so I would start there.
Duly noted.
And then I'm going to be like, we'll get this coin over to Suresh and the Silver Nails, and thank you again for everything.
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'm gone.
Milos mops the sweat off his brow as they exit the club.
Oh my god. Okay, I think we are done with that score. Yeah, I think we get like a brief shot of like Mirena waking up and like her eyes look normal, and Nirik's like noticing and like going over like glass of water, like going to take care of her. She is all fine.
Nirix has the best hangover cure.
Absolutely.
No idea what's in it, but it always works.
It's salmon.
I think we see Suresh like propped up like in the bed, like several pillows behind him, so he's like sitting up, and he has gotten like some like flat surface, like a piece of like wood that is on like his like thighs, that he is like has a piece of paper up against, and he is writing on it, and you can see, and like very like neat writing, my dearest Wick. Like we don't see the rest of what it is, but he is writing this beautiful letter. And I think we also see like the address that Milos had given to Philomela, and we see Philomela just like soaking wet, carrying this ruined jacket, just like knocking on the door, and like some like really old person answers it, and like we see them talk, and just she looks so crestfallen.
Whoops. Hashtag no regrets.
I love that. Do we see like any like brief like epilogues with any other characters?
I think I've got a brief one for Gabe. Perhaps he opens a therapy clinic for the struggling people of Blades in the Dark.
In Duskfall?
In Duskfall, he's just... Oh, just let it all out. Philomela, I'm sure I'm sure he'll come around eventually. He seems like a great guy. Great prof. What'd you say his name was again?
I love that.
I have like a one shot epilogue of just Ellery getting a goober order from a pigeon and just be like, gotta go.
I think Milos is still doing the booze running life, because he's not ready to quit that yet, but also maybe trying to become... I think maybe we see some shots of him at the Centralia Club now that he knows people there, or slightly knows some people there, trying to ingratiate himself into that social sphere. Because also this whole thing with the heart was extremely stressful, and I'm not sure he feels like he can take too much more of this.
So I assume that if the Circle of Flame found the body in Trisha's house, that she probably didn't make it out of that situation alive. They've killed a lot of people. So I think we get a shot of like Keels walking through this like bloodied, ruined house where like clearly signs of a struggle. And like then we get like a pulled back shot of me sitting down in this like clearly like grandiose, almost throne at the head of a table in Trisha's house, and I'm like, it's good to be home.
I think there is a follow-up shot to Suresh writing that romantic letter of Wick and Suresh side by side on horses in the Ghostlands. Because Wick decided to go hunt ghosts with them, but Wick still keeps in contact with Milos at least, and is now on the other side of the booze deals with him.
I think, like, in that shot, we see, like, Suresh just gazing lovingly.
Wick still probably doesn't know.
I was gonna say, add an oblivious Wick.
Yes. Wick thought that the romantic letter was an invitation to come work for him, which Wick accepted.
Where that describes every single one of my relationships.
Wick's like, I'm just here to ride horses and hunt ghosts. I don't know what more you want from me, sir.
Dungeons & Drama Nerds is produced by Todd, Brian Backus, Percival, Hornak, and Nicholas Orvis, and is mixed and edited by Anthony Sertel Dean. Our Blades in the Dark campaign features Elliot Peterson as GM, TP Huth as Princess Mirena, Alonda, Gracielle, Valerio of the Grayfire line, Whitney Lehn Meltz as Wick, Nicholas Orvis as Milos Jeduin, Dex Phan as Gabe, and Ren Shah as Ellery Crow. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DN Drama Nerds. Check out cast files on our website, dungeonsanddramanerds.com, and tune in next week for another episode of Dungeons and Drama Nerds.